Welcome back to today's very special episode where I will share the second of two food categories that provide your body with the tools to heal itself. But before we go there, I'm Catherine DeRoos, your host and physiological nutritionist, teaching on both physical and spiritual nutrition, sharing with you for free this webinar presentation series, I Am Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, which comprises of those 8 self-healing requirement categories. Let's begin today's episode by reading our primary verse as always. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Psalm 139, verse 14. As you probably already know, the second food category is your vegetable. Vegetables represent nature's remarkable gift to humanity because they are your healers. Once your body is cleansed with the fruit, it is ready to heal with the vegetables. The original etymology of vegetables is applied to all plants. A plant grown for food was not established until the 18th century. In 1767, the word was specifically used to mean a plant cultivated for food, an edible herb or root. Vegetables are savory fruits such as pulses. Yes, the same word referred to in the Daniel diet. They provide fiber necessary to keep the colon clean and functioning properly. But God's word defined it before. In Genesis 1:29, and God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree, yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. This verse indicates that at this point in creation, humans were intended to be herbivores, relying on plants for their sustenance. Let's talk about those vegetables and why they are your healers. They are very rich in essential nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support overall health. They boost your immune system and prevent illnesses. They provide fiber, which aids digestion and keeps your gut healthy. And they contain compounds that can reduce inflammation and protect against chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer. Including a variety of vegetables in your diet nourishes your body, promotes healing, and contributes to long-term wellness. Phytonutrients contribute to the vibrant colors, flavors, and aromas that help protect the body against chronic diseases. Vegetables, like fruit, provide fiber that is necessary to keep the colon clean, as I've mentioned, and functioning properly. And since this is an important topic, we are going to stay here a little while and take a deeper look into the topic. Number 1, fiber is a mechanical filling. Fiber stimulates and exercises the intestine. Fiber is able to pull water from the body into the intestines to keep things moving along. Fiber is the muscle tissue or texture toughness of the plant that does not digest, but it helps the digestive process. Fiber picks up those nasty chemicals that find their way into the intestines and behaves as an intestinal broom doing house cleaning. So it's a colon cleaner. Fiber also creates a sense of fullness. Soluble fiber is a type of fiber that dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance in your digestive tract. This gel slows down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates, which can help keep your blood sugar steady and lower cholesterol levels. Soluble fiber also feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which produces short-chain fatty acids that support your intestinal health and immune system. Insoluble fiber doesn't dissolve in water, and it passes through your digestive system mostly unchanged, but adding bulk and moisture to your stool. This can help prevent and relieve constipation. In closing the fiber topic, I want to ask, did you know that it is through the wall of the intestine that the properties of foods consumed, the nutrients of the food eaten, penetrate and into the bloodstream to nourish the cells? This is called biochemical filling. The stomach has stretch receptors that signal fullness by detecting the volume of what you eat, not the weight of what you eat. The stomach's capacity is about 1 quart in an adult. I would like to provide for you just a little picture here that demonstrates the volume versus the weight concept. Taking a look at this image, you can tell that calories do not fill you up. So let's take a look at the calorie density versus nutrient density and their definitions. Calorie density includes those foods that have high fat and lots of sugar, which provide many calories in small portions, but do not fill or satisfy your body's true hunger mechanisms as effectively, and also leads to weight gain. Nutrient density refers to the amount of beneficial nutrients in a food product relative to its caloric content. Foods that are nutrient dense provide a high level of vitamins, minerals, and other essential nutrients with fewer calories, making them healthier choices compared to energy-dense foods that are low in nutrients. Here's a formula that may help you remember. Satiety equals nutrient density plus protein plus fiber plus volume minus caloric density. Another topic I'd really like to talk about really quickly is the category of empty calories. Empty calories are calories from foods and beverages that provide little or no nutritional value, primarily consisting of added sugars and solid fats. These foods often lead to weight gain and nutritional deficiencies because they lack essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and protein. Ultra-processed foods fit in the empty calories category, and this includes so-called health foods. Over 75% of the food available in U.S. grocery stores is processed, with more than 60% of those being highly processed foods. Remember, we live and die at cellular level. Take a look at this image's top sources of vegetable protein. Did you think that vegetables didn't contain protein? What does the vegetable source of protein have that meat does not? It's called alkalinity and fiber. We'll talk about the alkalinity versus acidity aspect of foods later. Did you notice the image to the left? We all know that protein equals building blocks with fiber, but did you also notice that the human body absorbs only about 10 to 15% of the iron you eat? I wonder why. Finally, let's talk about the iron in green vegetables. I am sure you are wondering about those phytates, polyphenols, and calcium nutrients in plant foods that can further inhibit iron absorption because they bind to non-heme iron proteins, forming insoluble complexes that the digestive system cannot easily absorb. We all know that not all iron is created equally, and if you have an iron imbalance, you should carefully consider which iron is best for your health. Your body recognizes the difference between heme and non-heme iron sources and will absorb each type differently. Heme iron comes from animals, and non-heme iron comes from plants. On average, the human body absorbs about 15% to 35% of heme iron consumed. While iron is an essential mineral, the rapid absorption of heme iron is not always a good thing. Heme iron is associated with higher absorption rates, while non-heme iron is more controlled in absorption, reducing the risk of iron overload. Non-heme iron proteins are important. In biochemistry, non-heme iron proteins describe families of enzymes that utilize iron at the active site, but lack heme cofactors. Now, I've discussed enzymes and active sites in other episodes, so please go back and check those episodes out. The pairing that we have been talking about, or companioning, is just as important in vegetables when it comes to iron absorption. Vegetable iron is absorbed through leafy greens when enhanced with vitamin C rich foods, olive oil, avocados, and nuts and seeds. And when combined in this way, up to 50% of the iron is absorbed. So, vitamin C reduces or breaks down the vegetable iron to a more absorbable form. And consuming fats with vegetables can enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, that help aid in overall nutrient absorption, including iron. Food is fuel for your body, and some foods provide a tremendous nutritional boost when paired together. Did you know that certain vegetables can work better together due to nutrient synergy, where their combined effects can enhance each other's nutritional value or absorption when consumed together? This synergy can improve nutrient absorption and overall health benefits. Pairing spinach, which is rich in iron, with citrus fruits or mixed berries that are high in vitamin C, can significantly improve iron absorption. A berry mix with spinach is packed with antioxidants that can reduce inflammation and support overall health. It is also important to know that pairing vegetables with healthy fats enhances the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. For example, adding olive oil to leafy greens or avocado to salads can significantly improve nutrient uptake. Combining vegetables with certain spices can enhance their nutritional benefits. For example, pairing tomatoes with basil, carrots with ginger, or broccoli with garlic can improve flavor and provide additional health benefits. You can find more information about spices on my Genesis Health blog under the Home tab. Then go to Spice Up Your Life and find more information on many vegetables under the Nutrition Nuggets, as well as the fruits. Some people think that they can't eat vegetables with IBD, and that's not totally true. You do have to be careful during a flare or flare-up according to registered dietitians. So even if you are living with Crohn's disease, managing fiber intake slowly with fiber-rich foods, they can help your gut health if you eat the right amounts and at specific times. For example, high-fiber foods such as fruits, vegetables, and milled, keyword, milled whole grains, provides essential nutrients that nourish with helpful gut bacteria and support the immune system. A study found that 92% of participants stayed in remission, a period with few or no symptoms, after 2 years. For some, managing fiber intake slowly was more helpful. I would like to close today's episode with today's wellness principle, that everything affects everything else in the body. In other words, nothing acts in isolation within the body. This wellness principle emphasizes that the body's systems are interconnected, and imbalances like pH levels can impact overall health and stability. We will touch more on this wellness principle as it connects to the topics of diet, which means lifestyle, sleep, exercise, and mental health. These can influence overall health and well-being. Taking care of each aspect supports the whole body, promoting harmony, healing, and optimal functioning. When we eat, it is important to remember this verse. Let's read this together. Whether, therefore, ye eat or drink, or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31. In today's society, people are more prone to gluttony and overeating, supersizing, and having contests of how much they can eat, or binge eating. Has this episode been helpful to you and your health journey? Please let me know how it has. Let's close with this verse. I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Deuteronomy 30, verse 19. Until next time, live your best life now, free and to the fullest for His glory.